Hi, my name is Tom DeSue. Welcome to Tom Talks. Today we're going to talk about sling length and how we figure it out in the field. It's pretty easy as long as you have a tape measure, typically. In the rigging industry, sling length plays a critical role in both safety and efficiency, as it directly impacts sling capacity, load control, and angle of lift. Shorter slings create sharper angles between the sling legs and the horizontal. As the sling angle decreases, the tension on each sling leg increases, sometimes dramatically. This increase in tension reduces the effective capacity of the sling. For instance, at a 60-degree angle, each sling leg carries about 15% more load than if the sling were in a straight line or vertical configuration. If lifting a 1,000-pound load with a two-leg sling at 60 degrees, each leg sees approximately 577 pounds of tension, not just 500 pounds. So how do we know we're going to be at a 60-degree angle? Well, typically, if my pick point is here and here at the end of the table, I take my tape measure and measure that distance, and here it says 5 feet, so each sling would need to be 5 feet to be in an equilateral triangle or 60 degrees. So the same thing's true if you don't have a tape measure and you have pick points on the table. If you lay your sling on the pick point, between the pick points here, like that, and it matches up, or if it's a little bit longer, then you're good. Then you know you're at least 60 degrees or better to pick up, and your sling length's good. If your sling is shorter in regards to, say, between the pick points of the ends of the table and here, and you go to pick it up, then you know you're going to be lifting below 60 degrees or possibly closer to 30 degrees, in this case with this 3-foot sling in front of me. So when we want to figure out how much sling we need, the sling length, when we go to choke a piece, like imagine this bucket was a piece of pipe. Pipe gets crazy diameters. We need to go around the circumference of the pipe and then have some tail come up so we can hook into. So how do we figure out how much sling do we need? Typically, you just measure the diameter of the pipe. Here, this is 1 foot. So in the field, we can use field math in regards to it and say, times it by 3. Whatever the diameter is, times it by 3. To get the true circumference, you need to times it by pi, which is 3.14. But in the field, I'm not breaking out my calculator or going on my phone. I'm sitting there going, okay, well, if it's 1 foot and I need to go around it times 3, so I need to go 3 foot around it. And to prove that point, this is a 3-foot sling. It just barely makes it around it. So then you would need to add your tail so you can choke through it and come up. So typically, you can add how much tail you need. Typically, I'd like to go 2 to 3 feet. You can go 5 feet to give yourself substantial room. So if you're using around big pipe, so say 5-foot diameter pipe, so then if you were using 5-foot diameter pipe, you would go 5 times 3 is 15, just to barely meet, to go through it and back up. You'd probably go, okay, I need to use 20-foot slings. You could get by probably with 18, but you would probably want to jump to 20 foot because it's a more standard. So that's the easiest way to figure out sling length, whether you're going straight line or choking. Sling capacity and headroom are completely different subjects, which we'll be covering later. Thank you for tagging along with this Tom Talk. If you have any questions, please reach out at slingmax.com. Have a great day. Thank you.